Hello and welcome back to Regiments. In the last episode, we completely took out the enemy defenses at the Neustadt line, and now we are marching forward to the Kirchhain Air Force Base. But before we do that, we have to make some adjustments to our army. We have over 641 deployment points, so let's make sure we get the most important stuff out of the way first. We are, before we do anything else, going to call in the Octava Task Force. This is going to give us access to a couple more scouts, and we are desperately going to need those. Also, we want to upgrade our Damask task force to the absolute maximum, because we can make sure that we can bring even more mortars in this one. At the maximum level, we have access to a mortar platoon with 6 artillery pieces in it, making it possible that we double our firepower to the low price of a standard unit. Now, we also want to upgrade our T-80s to bring them back up to strength, and we also want to upgrade those T-64s because this is the majority of our strong firepower, and we want to add a couple more deployment points so that we can get more men on the field. And I think the remaining 110 deployment points are going to be spent on tactical support and then on our units so that we can get most of them up to health. And with that, we should be more or less prepared for the upcoming battle. And when we take a look into the operations log, we have some further informations. Target Airfield. The enemy forward defensive lines have been breached, and the Germans are rushing reserves into the sector. Only defeat awaits them there, but stay aware of your flanks. Meeting engagements are unpredictable. Secure the airfield to advance to the final stage of the operation. And with that, it is time to choose an event card. We only have Blitz and the Supply Disrupted to choose from at the moment, and therefore I'm going to pick Blitz, because otherwise we aren't able to get any supplies for our guys out. The battle is about to begin, so let's have a quick look over the battlefield. We have 2 zones of deployment, and I'm going to focus heavily on the right side. Our objective are these in the center, with the ones on the outer flank being optional, but I do hope that we can capture everything. And my plan for the moment would be to focus on this right flank to try to get behind enemy lines, and then take the airfield from this area. Because I believe a frontal assault would be quite costly, and marching through this street looks like an invitation for an ambush. To make sure that we have the best chances of success, we are going to bring almost everything that we have. We have a unit of T-64s, we have our T-80s, we have multiple units of infantry's, and we have our combat engineers out as well. And we also bring some heavy artillery and of course our mortars and shilkas. Our soldiers are moving out, and for the moment I'm going to deploy some scouts over here, and together some T-80s over here, so that we can attack Torbon. More and more infantry is also going to push forward, and I think I want these boys to do a little bit of reconnaissance over at Objective Volga. Supplies need to keep up, of course. Our artillery is also supposed to follow the front line. And our supply truck is also going to move along. And these 2 units over here, I think, are also going to be directed to Volga. Maybe we can flank them from multiple directions. And it just looks so beautiful to see all of our vehicles driving along. Now, we are almost at target. Why can't our scouts not spot anything? Let's get them out a little bit. These guys are also moving forward. Let's get these scouts out. And let's continue our drive on the flank. We also have some napalm. This should come in handy in case we need it. And looks like Objective Volga is undefended. Let's get these scouts and these infantry's to move forward a little bit. We have spotted enemy artillery. Our T-80s are under attack. Let's order some fire from our own artillery to silence our enemies. And let's order the boys to push forward. Our mortars, of course, are going to stay behind. Our shilkas should also stay behind. And we have made contact. Let's get these guys out, and this first unit of tanks just got completely annihilated. Mortars, stay back. Combat engineers, get over here. T-80s, move forward.
Zone captured.
And we have more artillery. Let's focus more fire over there. This zone is being captured, so let's get these infantries forward over here. These infantries I want to get over on this hillside. Maybe we can figure out what the enemy has. And maybe Valley East can also be taken without a shot being fired from us. And now it is time that these boys get back on their trucks. HQ unit, stay with the guys. And this enemy HQ unit was destroyed without really giving a fight. Let's make sure that we keep everyone moving. We know that the enemy has begun a counterattack. Artillery, move up. And let's make sure that our Silkas also keep up. We have found more enemies over there. It looks like we can just waltz in over this direction. Let's get also our scouts up over here. These boys can dismount. And I think it would be wise for them to withdraw for the moment. They're also getting fire from the flank. We have leopards over there. Let's order our artillery to help. And we have some Heimatschützen on our flank. Let's get our fire support unit dismounted. Leopards are taking a hit. These boys can mount up again. These men are taking a beating, but these tanks have almost withdrawn. Let's move them down to our supplies so that they can get repaired. We have spotted enemy mortars. Let's get our tanks closer. I want our HQ unit over here. And I think this might be the enemy counterattack. Let's order some napalm down over on this direction. And maybe I should have ordered our forces to not engage the enemy. But I have made my decision. Let's get these boys back. And over here we are going to push forward into Langenstein. Ah, wonderful. This was a good direct hit. I wonder if it's worth it to use these guys to push forward on these positions. These boys need to fall back. And I want our artillery to focus fire over there. We have infantry over there. Our sappers need to dismount. These seems to be an entire unit. And our infantry is ready to move up again. Let's get the boys forward. Let's get these T-60 forward, or better get them over there. And our sappers need to get back on their vehicle, otherwise they're going to get shredded. Let's get these supplies forward, let's get everyone else forward. Mortars need to come in. Artillery also needs to move forward. And I wonder if we should get these boys out. For the moment things are looking quite well though. We can get our scouts back out. Let's do that. Let's also get these scouts to the front so that we can get the attack on the gas station going. These T-80s are a little bit damaged, but they still look okay, so let's make sure they move up. Fire support unit, move up. But mount up first. HQ also needs to move up. I want to leave these tanks over here so that we can attack the enemy if they come. And over here I think it might be best if we leave those guys as a rear guard.
Zone captured.
Erksdorf seems surprisingly unguarded. Let's get these guys forward, but carefully. As soon as we encounter an enemy, we are going to pull back. Scouts move up. Tanks over here, sappers in the forest. These T-60s are coming in to support our boys who are attacking Erksdorf. Let's make sure our Shilkas keep up, our mortars keep up. And now let's get the next attack going on the gas station. Erksdorf seems to be undefended. Wonderful.
Zone captured.
And we can see some enemies are shooting us, but we cannot spot them. Let's get these T-80s out, they are quite damaged. Enemy artillery has begun to open fire. Let's put up some resistance over there. And now it is time to push forward on those Heimatschützen. I want these guys to keep moving so that they are hopefully outside of range. Supplies keep up. Where our Shilkas, they also need to keep up in case the enemy sends something anti-air in. Wonderful. We have breached this next objective line. Let's get these boys over here. Infantry on the point. And these tanks are going to push back so that they can get repaired with our supplies. We are in a little bit of trouble over there, but soon we have the resources to call in more aid. Let's better call in some tanks. Come on. Yes, we can now call in the tanks. Let's make sure we do that. These guys need to focus over here. These T-60s also need to focus over there. Our infantries need to buy us as much time as possible. And the enemy is starting another counterattack. Does our artillery have the range? Yes, they do have the range. Let's order them to shell those leopards. And these boys need to fall back. They are getting absolutely slaughtered. Let's hope they get out.
Zone lost.
I want our scouts over there. We have tanks en route. Let's make sure they are not getting overexposed. Let's put them over here. And we need to continue to get this push moving. Maybe we can even get SVR objective.
Zone captured.
These boys are getting obliterated. They're taking quite a lot of damage. Yeah, let's get them out. Oh, they have just lost a vehicle, it seems like. And my big problem right now is that I can't see the enemy. And we have encountered more enemy forces over there. I'm sure they're dug in. We have more forces over there. Let's get our sappers out. Where is our artillery? These scouts need to fall back. And this might be a mistake that we are engaging an anti-air unit in close quarters. Especially with infantry. But there's not much that we can do at the very moment. We need to take those guys out, otherwise all of our units are getting shredded. And there's simply not many people who can do it right now. These tanks can fall back so that they're not getting hit with the anti-tank weaponry. But it looks like we are getting through here. These T-60s, however, do not have a good day. Let's hope these T-60s are doing a lot better. We have infantry setting up. And we need to push our artillery up so that they can get rearmed. And it appears like we were able to destroy the enemy counterattack over here. Let's get our sappers out. They need to get refitted. We were able to take out those scouts. And now we need to move forward quickly with our infantry. Napalm on those tanks might be able to give us what we need. Over here,
Слышу хорошо, прием.
we need to focus on those artillery pieces. Napalm from us is coming in. Our tanks need to move forward, they are getting suppressed. And they are fighting in very uneven engagement against some leopards. But let's hope that they are getting cooked alive and are able to survive. Nope,
5 minutes
these boys need to
remaining.
get out, they're almost obliterated. Wonderful, these guys are destroyed. However, I want our infantry to get out.
Советскому Союзу. Веду бой, есть 300-е.
Now, let's get more infantry forward. Let's get more T-80s out. We have to gather our forces over here. And I also want some sappers over on this direction.
Слышу хорошо, прием.
We need to dismount over here. I was hoping these tanks are annihilated by now, but this has been wishful thinking. And let's smoke them up so that they cannot see us. And let's hope that we can get these Panzer Grenadiers destroyed before our poor infantrymen get annihilated completely. Okay, we are silent from the tank for the moment. Now, let's get the boys out before we take too many more casualties. I still haven't figured out where to use our ICBM best.
Прибыли.
And let's get all of these guys forward. Let's get these guys forward. How many supplies do we still have left? 203. Let's get the supplies out for the moment so that we can call in some fresh ones. And let's get some more tanks over on this flank.
Готовы.
Now, everyone into the forest so that we can push back the enemy and then take back a valley east. Over here I'm going to cover the approach of our fire support unit with some smoke so that they're not getting easily flanked. We have 2 minutes remaining.
Взвод на связи. Приказ понять.
Supplies made it out. We have 26 seconds until we can get some fresh supplies in. Fire support unit is under attack. But it is only Heimatschützen, it appears like.
Координаты
Let's call in some more napalm. Our boys are taking some heavy casualties. Come on. Just a little bit more. You can make it.
наблюдаю врага.
Our napalm is coming in. And over all of this time I have forgotten to bring back our scouts. So let's quickly get these scouts back. Let's get our supplies back. We are now engaging the enemy tank. But it looks like we are able to destroy them. I'm immediately going to order these boys to mount up. Yeah, there these leopards are retreating.
Отступаем сейчас.
These infantrymen need to get out. They are almost completely destroyed.
Готовы.
And we are getting some heavy fire, but I can't figure out from where.
Помощь. 200-х немерено.
At this point, I'm almost tempted to just call in an ICBM strike, just to hopefully hit an artillery piece.
Приказы.
But this is almost never a good idea. Let's get these guys out. Let's get these T-60s forward over here.
1 minute remaining.
We have 1 minute left. We know where the enemy artillery is. And I'm sure the Soviet taxpayers do not mind if we have a little bit of fun here.
Слушаю. Служу Советскому Союзу.
Let's get some more infantry up. And in 8 seconds, this artillery piece at least is destroyed.
Zone captured.
Wonderful, we have captured the next zone.
Пробили. Нет противника.
And where's the detonation? Wonderful. Yeah, there is this gun emplacement. It is completely gone. We have most likely also destroyed the runway for upcoming aircraft, but I do not think that this is our main objective here. Artillery is getting prepared. Let's make sure we do the best with it. Let's get these T-80s up.
Бьют нас. Прошу поддержки.
Over here we have almost taken Valley East back. Let's get some more infantry over here.
Готовы.
Zone captured.
These martyrs are almost destroyed. Maybe we can get them. Yes! We were able to get these martyrs at last. All in all, I would say, not the best, but also not the worst start for this operation. We made good ground, we moved strong on the right flank, and we now have the option to push the enemy westward. However, during the fight, 50 of our soldiers were killed, 156 men were wounded, and 5 men became missing, meaning that we have total casualties of 211. We have also lost 15 vehicles. On the enemy side, they have 86 men killed, they have 251 men wounded, and 14 men missing, meaning that they have total casualties of 351. They have also lost 48 vehicles. And once again, we have engaged and annihilated a large amount of enemy units. So far, I can only see 1 platoon that got completely destroyed, make that 2. But it appears like, all in all, we have not taken too many casualties. And as you can see, our lines are still looking quite well. Our units are going to need a little bit of love, but we still have a large amount of deployment points that we can use to upgrade our forces. And I think this is a good point to end today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, I wish you all a great time.